Okay, so we've got a slow, gentle sequence ahead of us here. Little flowy, little mobility. Should feel good by the end of it. If you've got music, by all means, get that started. And then blocks are always nice to have just in case you would like to have them. We're actually going to start on the belly today. And we'll start in a half frog. So actually, let's start in crocodile first. Just bring the hands together under your forehead and just let your forehead settle and let your feet come nice and wide and just heavy on the mat. You can always settle one cheek over your forehead if you prefer, but let your body simply be supported here and be heavy. The glutes relax, the face, the jaw, the shoulders, everything just relaxes here. Once you find that physical shape, take a deep, full breath in. Open up, exhale, let that go. Another deep, full inhale. And exhale, let that go. And just notice the rise and the fall of the belly, the chest on the mat as you inhale and exhale, just allowing yourself to find an easy breath here and fully arrive. And take a breath in. As you exhale, draw the right knee into a half frog. So knee comes up to about hip height, bends to 90 degrees. The ankle follows with a 90-degree bend. And then notice how your hips may shift to the left a bit. Can you let them center a bit more and just drop into that right hip for a moment? And then if it would feel okay, begin to draw the upper body into Sphinx shape. So coming to your forearms. And as you come to the forearms, just roll through the neck a few times. Maybe even the neck stays heavy. If this doesn't feel good in your hip or your back to be in this shape, just stay down in crocodile with that half frog shape. And then if it would feel okay, pause through your Sphinx, just gaze slightly forward. You can drop into your shoulders here. You don't have to muscle your way out of it. Breathe in. As you exhale, slide your right leg back to meet your left. Let your head come back down into that crocodile. The body settles back where we started. And then exhale, draw the left hip into half frog. And same thing, maybe you stay in this crocodile shape on the upper body. Maybe you explore what it feels like to come into your Sphinx pose with the left hip in half frog. Just for a few breaths. And then left leg back in line with right. If you're not in Sphinx, meet me in Sphinx. Shoulders are stacked. And if it's too much on your back, you just slide your elbows forward slightly just to decrease the bend in your back. Release the glutes. Gently lower the forehead back to the mat. Draw your hands off the edges of your mat and cupcake your hands. Again, your glutes are soft here. Inhale, lift through the crown of your head, cobra pose. Exhale, release. So just lift and lower for a few rounds of breath here. Lengthening through the crown of the head. And then lower. Come back to your crocodile, opposite hand stacks on top, forehead rests. Bend your knees, just let your legs windshield wiper from side to side. Release, send the hips back. Find your child's pose from here. Hips can be heavy. Forehead can be heavy. Feel the length in your back as you do that. And take an inhale. As you exhale, right arm threads through to thread the needle. Right ear, right cheek comes to the ground. Your left arm can walk over and across, so you can wrap it around your low back, your choice. But let your hips be heavy. Inhale, unwind, switch sides. Left arm loops through. Left ear, left cheek rests to the mat. Unwind. Reach the fingertips out front. Just press the palms into the ground. Breathe in. As you exhale, find your tabletop. And as you find your tabletop, just find organic movements. So just wiggle through the jaw, the spine, the neck. Maybe finding cat cows, find circles if that would feel good. And then just pause. If we'll be on the knees for just a little bit in this tabletop shape. So if you do want to grab a blanket or a towel to put under your knees, by all means, please do that if your knees start to bother you. But shift your weight into your left knee. Just hover your right knee off the mat. Notice if you've shifted really far, can you stay somewhat center and just hover the knee? Take a breath in, and as you exhale, draw the knee to the back of your right arm. Now take it out laterally. It doesn't have to be all the way up to hip height. And then turn the hip, think donkey kick, sole of foot points towards the ceiling. Now draw that knee back towards the back of your arm. Lateral open out to the side, rotate open up towards the ceiling. Do that one more time, back of the arm. Rotate open up to the ceiling. And now we switch. Rotate laterally out to the side, tap the back of your knee. Send it all the way back up to donkey kick from there. Open laterally, back of the tricep, send it up donkey kick. One more time, open laterally, back of the tricep, donkey kick. Now take it out laterally, extend the leg, and slowly set the foot all the way to the ground. Tuck your left toes under and just rock the hips from front to back a few times. You can also walk the body from upper body from side to side. Can feel really nice to get some lateral work in there. And then if it would feel okay, sit your hips down onto the heel so you get a little stretch through that foot, and then walk your hands over towards your right ankle out towards the side. So lateral stretch. Inhale, rise, come back through center. Pick up that right knee, just tap it towards your right tricep, set it to the outside of your right hand. Pick up the left knee, lizard lunge. We just rock into the hips a few times, front to back, side to side. And then just begin to press straight through the front leg. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but think super wide pyramid and drop back into your lizard lunge. Press the hips back straight 2 times from front to back, just getting into that hamstring, drawing the right hip back in line with the left. Settle into your lizard lunge, breathe in. And as you exhale, left foot steps to the outside of your left hand. Find your low yogi squat and just pause. Hands can come to heart. You can rock the hips side to side. And now drop in. Let your head get heavy. Let your shoulders round in. Full breath. And release. Hips come to the ceiling. Heel toe your feet. Hip width apart. Ragdoll. Bend your knees. Grab opposite elbows. Sway a bit. Release your fingertips. Inhale, palms to shins, lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach to sky, full breath. And as you exhale, cactus out your arms, lift your chin, lift your chest, pelvis presses forward, glutes engaged, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, hands to the mat, step it back to high plank, press back, downward facing dog, pedal it out when you arrive. And take the inhale. As you exhale, knees come back to the earth tabletop. We'll move through those hip circles on the left side now. So shift your weight into your right shin. Just float your left leg or left shin from the mat just a bit. And just pause. Take a breath in. As you exhale, draw the knee to the back of your tricep and then take it out laterally. Send it donkey kick to the ceiling. Back of your tricep, lateral, donkey kick. One more like that, back of tricep, lateral, donkey kick. Reverse it, lateral, tricep, up to your donkey kick. Lateral, tricep, donkey kick. One more, lateral, tricep, donkey kick. Lateral, extend the legs, set the foot down, tuck your right toes under, rock from front to back. So we're getting into the lateral, the inside part of the left leg, but you're also getting a nice stretch on the toes and the foot of the right foot. Again, you can walk laterally from side to side if you'd like. And then let your hips settle down and back. Maybe walk the hands all the way over towards your left foot for a deeper lateral stretch. Draw back through center, shoulders stack. Draw your left knee towards your left tricep, set the foot down, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. You're in lizard lunge, so we're just gonna rock. Side to side. Circles. And then move into that wide pyramid and back for just a few rounds of breath. Really drawing that left hip back in line with the right as you do that. One more. Sink into the left knee, right foot steps to the outside of the right hand. You're in your yogi squat. Find your passive and just fold in. Let it stretch the back of your shoulders, your neck. And then release, forward fold. Heel toe your feet, hip width apart. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach to sky. As you exhale, cactus out your arms, lift your chin, lift your chest, press your pelvis forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. On the exhale, step it back, high plank. Up and back, downward facing dog, pedal it out. And then pause. Inhale, right leg reaches to sky, three-leg dog. As you exhale, bend your knee, open your hip, maybe some circles there. Just feels different in this shape. You can always just hold as well. We take a breath in. Exhale, extend through the right leg. Now think knee towards nose, step it through, find an easy twist. Your left hand stays on the ground, your right arm reaches to sky. That right knee is somewhat squared out. Only here for another breath in. And as you exhale, right hand comes to the inside of the foot. We move into the back knee. So I want you to turn the right toes, move into the back knee, either a high lateral lunge or come all the way down into Skandasana. So with a lateral lunge, just keep your hands on the ground, keep your knee stacked over your ankle on your left foot. And just pause. Again, getting into that lateral shape. Another inhale. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. So all 10 toes towards the edge of your mat. Let the crown of your head be heavy. Maybe you can walk the hands slightly forward and lift your heels off the ground just slightly. But let the crown of the head just be supported by gravity, really. So you're not engaging your neck muscles or your jaw muscles. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. As you exhale back to the top of the mat, so your right foot turns to 12 o'clock, you're in lizard lunge, but set your left knee down this time. Turn your right toes out, let that right knee drop. Left hand is wide. Find a twist. So your right hand can come to the inside of the right hip, right thigh. You can always reach up to sky. You can half bind. And then release. Hands plant, turn the right toes back to 12 o'clock. Lift the left knee. Just step up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Inhale, left leg reaches to sky. And again, maybe you bend through the knee. You can always find circles in the hips. In the hip, I should say. Inhale, reach. Exhale, think knee towards nose. Step it through. Find that easy twist. Your right hand stays down. Left arm just reaches towards sky. Super strong out of that right shoulder so we're not dumping weight down. Press the ground away just like you would in plank. Take an inhale. As you exhale, left hand comes to the inside of your foot. You move into your back knee. Find either that high lateral lunge or you can drop all the way into Skandasana. And we're just in that inner thigh for just a couple breaths. Breathe in. Exhale, press down, find your wide leg forward fold. All 10 toes point towards the edge of the mat. Crown of the head is heavy. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, walk your hands back towards the top of the mat. Set the right knee towards the ground. You find your twisted lizard. Turn the left toes out. Bring the left hand to either the inside of the thigh or a little reach towards ceiling or half bind, your choice. And release. Bring the toes back to 12 o'clock. Lift that back knee. Step into your downward facing dog from there. And again, just pedal and move. Just notice the energy in the legs as you do that. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slide forward into high plank. Slowly lower your belly all the way to the ground. Take your right arm out to the side, so there's two options here. So it's in a T with the arm lengthened, which is a little less intense, and that's what I'm going to do. But if you want to get into a little bit different part of the pec today, you can also take a cactus shape. You're just not going to be able to open as wide. Your right ear, your right cheek comes to the ground, left hand is in front of your chest. Roll onto the right hip to open through that right shoulder. You can kick the left leg open like scorpion legs, or you can come into a like fetal position in your legs. Don't overstretch the shoulder. You might feel that down into the bicep even. And breathe. Another inhale. Exhale, slowly lower back towards the middle. And we'll just switch sides. Left arm extends, left ear, left cheek comes to the mat. We'll open onto that left hip. Each side likely feels different. And that's okay. We just adjust as we need, depending on what that side of the body needs. Inhale, slowly lower back to your belly. Come back to your crocodile. Again, stack the hands under your forehead. Just let your feet be heavy, the glutes disengage. And breathe in. Exhale it out. And as you inhale, just draw yourself back up to tabletop. From here, we'll move into a deer stance. So just draw your right knee towards your right tricep. You'll set that knee down or shin down so that it's about parallel. And then draw the left knee up so it's your Z stance here. And just sit tall. And pause for a moment. We'll take a few twists before we find a fold in this shape. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, twist towards the right. So I'm going to find the ground. My left hand finds my thigh. Root down. The left hip can pop up. Look over your right shoulder. And then inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist back. Look back over the right shoulder. Inhale, center. One more time, twist back. Look over the right shoulder. Come back. Breath in. Find a fold over the front shin. So remember with this, you can either be over your knee, central over the shin, or you can even fold over your big toe. But just let the crown of your head be heavy. You can always have a block under your forehead too. Breathe into the right outer hip. And inhale, slowly rise. Weight shifts a bit to your right hip. Slide your left leg around front. Square out your hips. Keep your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Take a deep inhale, lengthen. Maybe you've got a bend in that left knee. Find a fold over your left leg. Inhale, slowly rise. Set the hands behind you. Just set your feet about mat width apart and just let your knees windshield wiper a few times from side to side. And then we'll land with the left leg out front, right foot behind for our Z sit or deer stance on this side. So it can be narrow, it can be wide. It's really up to you and the sensation you want to get into the hips today. I'm a little bit more narrow today. Inhale, sit tall. As you exhale, take a twist over your left shoulder. Really don't crank the neck, but give it a nice twist here through the spine. Inhale back through center. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, find your fold forward. And again, it could look very different depending on the hip on this side. Inhale, slowly rise. Shift the right leg forward. Left foot comes to inside of right leg. Your hips are squared. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, find your fold over your right leg. Inhale, slowly rise. And again, take your feet mat width apart, hands behind you, scooch up just a little bit. We're going to come down to the mat from here. Let the knees windshield wiper though a few times, again, side to side, just working out that side. Then plant the feet. I like to bring my hands around my shins. Just do one big full inhale. And as you exhale, round through the spine, roll all the way to your back, hug your knees in, massage all the muscles around your spine. Let the knees fall open and close. The ankles can roll. And then send your feet straight to the ceiling. Let your arms rest by your side for a waterfall. Breathe in. As you exhale, you can bend back through the knees and then just with control, let them slide out through your Shavasana. Palms can turn towards the ceiling. Just be very heavy here. Let the ground support you for this last minute of your practice. Find an easy breath. And on an inhale, bring awareness back into your body. And find little movements in fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Draw one knee in and then the other. Rock again a bit along the spine. Roll to your right or your left side, your choice. And use the strength of your arms to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Just let your palms settle for a moment, the tops of the thighs or the knees. You can close down the eyes or just gaze gently forward. Just notice the shift in energy in the body, the stillness of the mind. And on an inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, draw the hands to prayer at heart center. And thank you so much for showing up in this space for yourself and for one another today. The light within me recognizes and honors the light within each of you. All right. Thanks again for being here.